bad. I am struggling so bad today. I'm struggling with editing videos and getting the words out and everything. Nothing's working. Anyway, good morning. It is Tuesday, September 9th. The moon is still in Aries, so it is still being ruled by Mars and Libra. There's still this feistiness, the arguing, people wanting to be heard, people wanting other people to fall in line, people wanting to fight for justice and things of that nature. All of that's ruling that emotional state. And I mean, your emotional state really kind of rules your emotion, your bodily reactions to things. And Mars is a planet of action. So we need to be careful today, make sure that we're not like getting into any altercations. That's a real good possibility today and really tomorrow too. We have Venus in an inconjunct to the North Node. This is like a crossroads when it comes to being courageous in your relationships, in your finances, it's just your values in general. It's a crossroads in like how you are valuing yourself as well. Leo is all about, it wants to shine, right? It really wants to stand out, it wants to shine, it wants to give this warmth to the world. And Venus is all about your relationships and your values, your money, your finances, and things like that. So really this today, think about where you might need to make a little shift in that. Mercury is under the rays of the sun, so things are not really clear right now. And the moon's going to make an inconjunct to Mercury and the sun and the South Node. So there's a lot of ambition in the energy today as well. And a lot of this is we're just having to like feel our way through the energy and be more guided through it, divinely guided through it, listening to your intuition and your spirit guides, your religious beliefs, things of that nature. The moon, I had to write these down because there's actually a lot going on today. The moon's also going to make a trine to that Venus. That's a wide open door to that courage and ambition to make these changes at that same time as when it's going to be making that inconjunct to the sun and then the North Node. And then it's going to make a square to Jupiter. This is where we might see those emotions flare up. Things could get a little iffy. And then the next aspect that it makes is late tonight, early tomorrow morning, depending on where you are, in opposition to Mars before it goes void until tomorrow afternoon. This afternoon and into tomorrow afternoon, things could get very spicy. We could wake up to some very ugly news tomorrow morning. So really keep an eye out for that. Make sure that you're in a safe situation, in a safe place. If these arguments and fights come up, do your best to, I mean, you don't have to fall in line with people, but definitely make sure that you're safe. Don't fight back against people that are unsafe. Try to get away from it as much as possible. Cards of the day, energy is the Knight of Swords, that everybody has something to say, argumentative, just bull in a china shop when it comes to the words type of energy. What we are focusing on though is the Three of Wands. What manifestations are you really wanting to bring in? Not what the world tells you you should have, but what is really truly important to you? What is best for you? And then what we're avoiding is this guy, yet again, Nine of Wands. Again, having your guard up, but not fighting with people over it. Just let them go. If people are not respecting your boundaries, then they don't belong in your space. There's just no sense in fighting them anymore. Bottom of the deck is the Magician. This is that mercurial energy with Mercury in Virgo, where we're learning new things. We're readjusting our plans for things. We're seeing things completely differently. And now we know that we have the tools that we need to make the things that we want to happen for ourselves as individuals. You're kind of getting the intuitive hits on that. Clarifiers for our Knight of Swords. I am really like out of it today. I have so much to do and the cards don't want to talk. All right, we have the shadow side, which is the Devil in the traditional deck, and the Wheel of Fortune. All right, people are really trying to cling to control, make things happen in their own way, but we're also realizing that things are changing and they are out of our control. That gets people nervous, right? With the North Node in Pisces and South Node in Virgo, we need to be letting go of that, trying to cling to the plans. We need to be letting go of the hypercritical and nitpicky type of energy, but people don't let go of that very easily. When things feel out of your control, people want to fight. And that's kind of the energy that we're seeing of the day, where things just feel very out of control. There's a lot of fear associated with this. We know that the wheel is turning, but we're not really sure where that wheel is turning to. Clarifiers for our Three of Wands. We have Page of Swords. That's curiosity. I like that. And one more of these. And the Seven of Pentacles. Get curious about what abundance really could look like to you. Maybe listen to the messages that are coming in, especially the younger folks. Younger folks have a different perspective on things than some of us do, you know? They've been living in this world since it's gone to shit, basically. I know me personally, I got to be an adult in this world before 9/11. So I got to see things differently. I was raised in a different world, but these kids, they were raised in this world. My daughter is almost 19 years old, and she's lived in a crappy economy her entire life. Really listen to some of the messages, maybe from the younger folks. Get curious about how you can be abundant, how with less, right? What does money really mean to you? What do your values really mean to you? How can you be comfortable and patient? Seven of Pentacles is also about like weeding your garden and waiting for it to grow. Get curious about what that could look like. Maybe you can have a whole different set of manifestations now. Remember, what we're letting go of now is moving into, we're in between the eclipses, moving into that solar eclipse where we're going to really be letting go, starting new with letting go, basically. So we want to pay attention to what's coming up right now in that regard. Clarifiers for the Nine of Wands. We have Two of Swords, which is that crossroads energy that we're getting with these in conjuncts today, and Six of Cups. Yes. So keep the guard up. Make sure that you've got your boundaries, but don't be fighting folks, because it's a very personal decision to find your own peace, right? We've got to lean on our intuition right now because things are not clear. We've got to make those decisions from a gut feeling, honestly, about what it means to be peaceful, what it means to go to a space of like innocence and comfort. This could be about relationships as well. So really, right now we're in this very personal decision of how we're going to move forward within the collective chaos as individuals. The bottom of the deck is Queen of Cups. So there's that underlying empathy and compassion, but also you're a queen. You're not going to let anybody knock you off your throne, right? So I've actually had some stuff come up over the last few days that's got me kind of ready to go, like do several videos about like being empathetic with each other and taking care of each other. And we're getting back to that space. And I think a lot of people are starting to feel that, where we just need to start taking care of each other as a community instead of bickering and fighting with each other. And that's really kind of what's driving this, having your boundaries, but also being empathetic and compassionate, not actually fighting with people.